Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I know it's been a while since I filmed a tutorial, and I don't want to take too much time away from the tutorial by talking too much. One of you asked me to do my interpretation of a no makeup routine, and so that's what I'm going to be doing today, so let's get started. The first thing I'm going to do is color correct some of the areas on my face. So I'm just taking my Bobbi Brown color corrector in Very Deep Bisque, and I'm going to apply this underneath my eyes to neutralize the dark circles and also on some parts of my face where I have hyperpigmentation. As I was applying my corrector, I realized that I did not put on a primer or anything of that nature. I'm just going to use a little bit of my Estee Lauder Bronze Goddess Bronzing Liquid Bronzer. For my foundation, I'm going to mix two different foundations together. I'm going to be mixing MAC Pro Longwear Nourishing Waterproof Foundation in NC50 and then Maybelline's Fit Me Foundation in 360. And the reason why I'm mixing them together is because I want more of a medium coverage. So I want to cut the full coverage that's in this foundation and make it more of a medium coverage to sheer coverage. And oh my gosh, I use way too much. Okay, yeah, we're just gonna make it work. We're gonna make it work. Next, I'm just gonna do a little bit of highlighting. I don't want my highlight to be too bright. So I'm taking NYX's HD Concealer in the color Nutmeg, and I'm primarily gonna focus this in the innermost portion right here. And then I'm also gonna add a little bit of Maybelline's Fit Me Concealer in the shade 30. I'm gonna add a little to my forehead as well, just to kind of balance this foundation out just a little bit. Now that I've concealed everything, I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna set the concealed areas with my Mineralize Skin Finish. I'm taking the shade Dark Deep, it's like what I normally wear, but I'm just not gonna put as much, just a sheer layer on top of that concealer. And if I need to re-brighten the under eye area, I'll just use a different powder for that. Now I'm just gonna take that same powder and I'm gonna set the rest of my face. Okay, then like I said, to brighten that under eye area just a little bit more, I'm gonna go back with the color Warm Light by MAC. It's a shaping powder. And I'm just gonna put that primarily in the innermost portion of my eye, right here. Okay, so the next thing I'm gonna go ahead and move into is gonna be the Faux Freckles. I've been avoiding this trend for a really long time, but it's theme day at work, so I'm gonna try this out. I tried it the other day and you know, I was pretty satisfied with it, so let's see if I can redo it for the cameras. The easiest way to do freckles is to use a brow pencil. So I'm using MAC's brow pencil, and I'm just finding random parts of my face where I feel like it would look the most natural for the freckles to be at. Then using my ring finger, I'm just tapping them in a little bit so they don't look as harsh, and to also kind of spread out the product so that I don't just have a whole bunch of circles on my face. To emphasize the freckles even more, I'm going back with MAC's Airbrush foundation in the color NW55, and the brush that I'm using is just a random paintbrush that I got from Michael's, and I'm just going back over where I put the original freckles, and then using my finger, I'm tapping them in to spread them out and make them appear more natural. An alternative to using the airbrush foundation would be to use a brow marker instead. I didn't have a brow marker, so I just used this because I felt like it was the closest to the consistency of it. So I just finished the first layer of freckles. I'm gonna go back with a second layer just because I still need to add a little contour, bronzer, illuminator, and I know that some of the freckles are gonna kind of disappear. So that's why I like to do one layer first, and then I'll go back and I'll do a second layer. To contour, I'm just gonna be using my COVERGIRL Ebony Bronze Bronzer. For blush, I'm gonna be mixing two different colors together. This is from Sephora, it's called Hot Flush, and then I'm gonna be using MAC's Format. I'm gonna start off with MAC's format and then put the other blush on top of it. Okay, for my illuminator, I'm gonna be using BECCA's Shimmering Skin Perfector, and this is the liquid form of Opal. I find that liquids look a little bit more natural than a powder for an everyday basis. So I'm going to use the spiked brow pencil and kind of go over the area one more time. Tap those in so that they don't look as harsh. I'm just going to take a little bit of blunt blush and put that directly underneath my eyes in the outermost portion. And I'm also going to put a little bit of that color into my crease as well. Since I am keeping this true to no makeup, I'm not going to be using any eyeshadows. I'm just going to go back with my regular face powder and put that on my lid. Help with the oiliness throughout the day. To brighten up this area right here, I'm just gonna go in with my champagne pop, just a little bit, BECCA champagne pop. This will help open the eyes a bit. I have to do so much in order to look awake. My dark circles. Now I'm just gonna apply this chromographic pencil by MAC. This is in the shade NC42 NW45, and I'm gonna put this on my waterline. I am not gonna be wearing lashes, so I am gonna be using a lash primer. This is by Tarte. Now I'm gonna do my brows. I'm just gonna brush all the hairs into place using a clear brow gel. This one is by MAC. And I'm gonna take MAC's Dip Down eyeliner gel and kind of mimic hairs, like hair strokes. Okay, now I'm gonna move on to my lips. This is MAC's Bittersweet lip liner. And I'm just gonna lightly trace the contours of my lips. Then I'm going to use the color Minimalism by NYX. Then I'm going to top everything off with Spite Lipglass. So this is the completed look. I hope you guys enjoy, and I'll see you in my next video.